Hello, Alice. My name is Sean Everett. I am the website analysis expert over at Zucor Marketing. Thank you so much for talking with Megan. He sent your website over to me for analysis, so this is what this is, your analysis. Now, you have done a lot of things right, and most things right, to be honest. This is a beautiful website. It truly is. You spent some money on it. You have beautiful interactive menus. You have live video. It's a beautiful website. And the reason that you need a beautiful website is so that when people arrive, they will do what you want them to do, and that is start to click around. Now, I am not really here for the aesthetic part of your site because, it that is not what is going to get people to come here. Once they get here, you're set. But to get them to come here is another thing entirely. Now, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing in my entire analysis. If you stick with me, I promise that it will make sense to you. And I'll try not to geek out and bore you to tears. So the first thing is that after I look at the website, I do have a paid tool that I use. It's called Ahrefs. And it gives me a bunch of the metrics of your site, shows me how it's been performing over the last couple of months. And then the next thing I do is a regular old Google search for roofers, in this case, Kansas City, Kansas. And I need to explain a little bit about how Google works at this point. Google has an algorithm that, there I said the word algorithm and your eyes are glazing over. No, it'll be fast. Has an algorithm that places everything on a Google result page. So all of these things up here, these are all the sponsored ones. The order of them is decided by the Google algorithm. Now, below the sponsored ones, we have what in my industry we call the map pack because they're attached to this lovely map. And the only thing that these folks did to get up here was do something that the other folks down here did not do or did not do well enough, and that is fill out a Google business profile. Now, Google Business Profile is like any other profile, like Facebook or what have you. They're going to ask you what year you started your business. They're going to ask you what your daily hours are, and they're also going to ask you what your website is, and there's some tick boxes, and they're going to ask you to prove that you actually own the site too. But filling those in well enough and thoroughly enough is something that will get you up into the map pack. That's kind of an extra added plus for those who are part of the Google family, if you will. Now, or mafia, I guess I should call it, the Google mafia, because Google owns everything. Now, just to remind you, like 93% of your traffic is going to come through Google. That's just how powerful they are in this space. There are other search engines, of course, but Google is the gorilla. And when the gorilla says dance, well, I tell you, I put on my tap shoes and off I go. Now, underneath the map pack, we have what we call the organic results. And I notice that you are number 2 here, which is great. It truly is. That is something that you have done right. And the only thing above you here is Premier Roofing Company. The only thing I could say is that in this competitive world, as people begin to understand the Google algorithm and folks start to put in the stuff in their website that will allow people to to find them easier in the Google interface, it would be good to be both here and here, as top as you can. It would be great to beat Premier because, of course, I think they're based in what, Denver? But they call themselves a Kansas City roofer, and there it is, your neighborhood roofer for Kansas City. And the reason they can do that is because Google doesn't fact check. Google has no, if it's on the internet, it's true. You know, we've heard that a lot of times, and it's silly, but for the Google algorithm, it is absolutely correct. If it's on the internet, it's true. So what I'm going to do right away is show you something that is about Google's desire for content. Content is something that Google really prizes. Now, this is your website, their homepage, 526 words. I'm going to do the same for Premiere over here and copy and paste into here. And they have 152 words, which generally would not win in this, but unfortunately, the 526 obviously beats 152, but Words are not the same, and the rest of the website does count in addition to this. But in truth, Google wants you to have 1,500 words. Now, those words are actually pretty easy to generate for a website, but those words need to be keywords, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. We're back to this paid tool that I have. Now, your keywords here in your website are 3,000, which is great. I mean, it is above and beyond what most people have. But they are words that are part of your industry, they're part of your locations. For instance, I noticed that you're in Iowa, you're in Texas, Nebraska, Arkansas. So you're all over the place also. So all of these, I mean, you're not you're not just in one location. It's not just Kansas City we're dealing with here. So, and so are they. I mean, they are in a lot of other places too. And that's part of what their keywords are going to be. And yours should be also. And that is using the communities around you, because those communities become part of the keywords. I'm going to show you what I mean. You have 3,000 keywords and Premier has 2,500. Now, normally yours would win, but there is another aspect to what the Google algorithm is looking for, and it's not just keywords. I'm going to show you their keywords in the interim, though, just to make sure that you're following along with me. Now, they have roofing company, which when you do a Google search, it usually is local to you. It'll ask you if they can use your location. So local to you means that you can type in something like that, and it will be take you to the ones near you. Now, roofing company, Denver and such, obviously, but they also have roof repair company. There's all sorts of things like that. That these are sort of an amalgamation of Google actual searches. So these are some of the keywords that are coming up because of their location, San Antonio. Roof repair contractor, and you know, roof repair contractor is a different search than roof repair contractors, because the algorithm does not know the difference between singular and plural, things like that. It's a very simple mathematical construct that does not know our language. It just knows what it's looking for. Now, the next thing I need to tell you about is your backlinks. There we go. I don't know why I couldn't find that. Now, you have 1,400 backlinks, and backlinks are where your site appears on a different site. And that site has a link back to your site on it. So something like Yelp, for instance, would be a good example of a backlink. Now you have 1,400 and Premier has 6,300. Now that is where the difference is right now. That's probably one of the reasons that they are well in the lead and why they are above you in this Google lineup. I'm going to show you what their referring domains are. Here we go. These are their backlinks. They're obviously in Fortune 500, I guess. Indeed means that they were hiring, so those are sort of just gimmies. But Home Advisor, Homestead, Yellow Pages, Super Pages, This Old House, that sort of thing. Those are the ones that you want to be on also. You want to be on anything that is rated at 70 or above. So 91 is an awesome one. I don't know if your different branches are also listed in Angie's List, but that would be good because Angie's List is rated at a 91. Now, these ratings are what we call the domain rating. That's the strength of a domain's backlink profile, meaning that these sites have a lot of other sites that refer to them. And Google's thinking around this is that the more people that refer to you means the more important you are. It's essentially, you know, like being in high school and you say, oh, everyone's talking about him. He's kind of famous. So Google is essentially adult high school. The most popular kid wins. So the more sites that refer to you, that means you have a higher rating. And those are the ones that Google wants to send their customers to, their search customers. So that is what the importance of your backlinks are. Now, here's where the rubber hits the road, and that is your traffic. Last month, you had 1,700 visitors to your site. That is down 25 from the month before, which isn't a very large number, considering you have 1,700. Here is Premier. They have 7,000 visitors to their site last month. and largely due to the fact that they are number one on that list. Now, if I had changed the search to be Kansas City, Kansas roofers or roofing companies or whatnot, that might change around where you end up as opposed to the number 2 spot. But it would be great for you to be here and here. So, and as I said, as other people begin to understand how the Google algorithm works, we're sort of riding the crest of a wave here. They will start to put in the information that I'm telling you about right now, and then their sites will start to move to the top. So this is going to be another area of competition, sadly, where you're going to have to stay on top of your competition. So that is the analysis in full. I hope that I was helpful in helping you improve your site. Now, I would assume that you would rather spend your time doing these beautiful roofs than you would digging around in the belly of your website. That being the case, I would love it if you give Megan a call. She would be happy to guide you through the next steps. Thank you so much for watching, and you have a great rest of your day.